I'm starting the show. So everybody get up in there, go get a loved one, get yourself a sandwich. I'm going to do letters from the viewers in a few minutes. That should be fun. We haven't done that in a while. And we're going to do all kinds of fun things today. It's going to be amazing. What's happening, everybody? Look how good I look. I can't get over how amazingly, insanely good I look. I'm going to start the show. How many we got in here? I usually wait till we've got 600 people. Once we got over 600 people, I got to start the show. But today I might make an exception. No bugs. I have seen no bugs. We're in a bug-free zone today. I've seen no bugs, but it's early. Look who's here. Rev's here, and Rob's here, and Nyan's here, and Treaton's here. We're not starting the show until David Young is here, and then it's got to be 20 people. By YouTube law, Rev says I can't start the show unless we got 20 people in here. And it's 16. Also, I had a special guest drop by. A beautiful special guest. Does anybody want to take a guess who dropped by today? I've already said it's a she. So that'll narrow it down. Anybody guesses this gets a free iPad. I already know. Everybody's going to say, Bria? Bronx Girl's in the house. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Tammany. I can't legally I cannot start the show till I got 20 people in here. There it is, 20. We will start the show. Mississippi Queen. That's my clue. If you want to know who dropped by to say hi. I see this beautiful woman walking at me. She says, Bob. But my name sounds like blah or mom or ha or ja. So all day long, I'm turning around saying, looking at people who were just going, aha! And I'm like, huh? So the person walking at me says, Bob. I look at her, beautiful woman walking at me. I don't know her. I'm saying, I did it again. I looked and it wasn't me. And she took another couple steps and she said, hi, Bob. And I go, oh, hi, how are you? And it clicked. And then I started singing Mississippi Queen. She's in the chat right now. I think she might have warrants, but she doesn't like to be on camera. She's beautiful. And she's fun, and she's one of the most well-liked people in here. Who is it? I'm not proceeding till someone takes a guess. Rev, who do you think is sitting just a few tables away? Nyan says a Bronx Girl. That's a good guess. Queen Latifah? Nope. Very good guess. She's not coming on till 4:30. So come on. You know on Fridays Queen Latifah comes in at 4:30. It's not Bria. One more guess. Oh, damn it. Tammany, why do you ruin all the shows? Tammany, what's your problem? The Purple Queen's in the house. Purple Queen dropped by to say hi and told me to tell all of you except Ambrose. I don't know why. She said, Bob, I want you to say hi to everybody. I go, you got it. She goes, not Ambrose. Not Ambrose. And I go, well, I don't know why. So she said hi to everybody except Ambrose. So Mississippi Queen, Purple Queen's in the house. Beautiful, sweet, kind, nice lady. So happy to have her. I told her maybe she'll drop by and she doesn't have to be on camera. She's shy. Maybe she sticks her hand in and goes, hi. You see her hand. Before I start, I do have some viewer mail. Viewer mail. This is always fun. Boogie Bob, your show is shit. Signed Tammany. I don't even understand why I don't even understand why you would put a stamp on it and everything. That's crazy. Bob, your show is not shit. It's actually worse than shit. Signed Treat. What the heck? I don't understand. Alright, there's got to be a good letter in here. Here's one. Boogie Bob, me and all my friends watch your show every day, and we really enjoy it here in County Jail. Signed RJ. Am I going to get any good mail today at all? Here's one. Boogie Bob, I love your show. I will continue to watch your show as long as you have Jordan Joe on with you. As soon as he leaves, you will be dead to me and your show will be shit. Signed Valerie. I can't with you guys. Guys, I try my best. I try my best. Tammany's ripping me apart. Treating? Tammany, I could expect that from Tammany, but not treating. Last one. Boogie Bob, I adore you. I often think of you wearing biker shorts and a tight tank top. Signed, Rev. Rev, thank you. Rev, that means a lot to me. And I want to thank everybody who wrote in today on these letters. All right. Shall we start the show? Hey, here's the real. Is it backwards? I'm backwards this whole time? Alright, let's fix the thing. Let's fix the thing. Here we go. Reeker Madness. So a reporter came up with this. This is a real scoop, everybody. Weed. The weed smell was all over New York. What a real wow. No wonder the Post is shit. It's like having a headline that says the sun is hot. If you touch the sun, you'll burn your hand. Yes, Saks Fifth Avenue, the U.S. Open, Noble, from high society to subway smells of weed. It's everywhere. But look at this douche. I don't know, is that a guy or a girl? It's either a douche or a douchette. They're smoking weed right on the train. I don't approve of that. Heroin and cocaine, yes, that's fine on the train. But not weed, come on. The Exorcist is Taylor Swift's new best friend. I don't know how that's even possible. The power of Swiss compels them. Pop star, superstar Taylor Swift's concert movie opens in theaters the same day as the new Exorcist horror movie. That's a little misleading. So she just did this $1 billion tour, and now they filmed the tour. So now the movie comes out. It's quite ingenious. Now the movie of the tour comes out, and it's 1947, I think. How much it cost to get in? $19. It's $20 to go see the movie, and if you throw in popcorn, it's $85. Yeah, you guys didn't read about the Taylor Swift girls? This is crazy. That's a wedding. The Oppenheimer movie and the Barbie movie came out the same day, and a lot of people went to see them both. And it was called Barbie, or Barbieheimer. That's what it was, Barbieheimer. And now, a month and a half later, they're calling it Miss Barbenheimer. I don't get it. I don't even know. That was something I covered over a month ago. I don't know. New Yorkers, I really should have cleaned my nails before I came out here. I didn't have time reading all the viewer mail of how much people hate me. The only one who didn't give me a bad viewer mail was Purple Queen. Purple Queen. Here's another one. Bob, good greetings. I watch your show every day here in Norway. Me and my friends love to sit around my flat screen TV and laugh at how creepy you are. Signed, Mr. Bot. Well, Mr. Bot, that hurts my feelings. I'm a little disappointed in you, Mr. Bond. That you and all your friends sit around. Alright, hit and run, slay, arrest. Hit and run, slay, arrest. That's somebody who got killed by a hit and run. One of two speeding hit and run drivers who allegedly killed a motorcyclist on Manhattan Highway last month has been arrested. Kerry Brown, 28, shame on you, was charged with manslaughter, criminal neglect, homicide for allegedly striking Joel Quintana, 42, and taking off. Guys, if you hit somebody, stick around for the cops. Try to render aid if you can. If you're drunk, I get it. I'm not agreeing with it, but I know why you would flee. I just hit someone, I'm drunk, let me get out of here. I think face it like a man or woman if you do something so horrible. Gas prices. I don't drive. I live in Manhattan. Some of you drive, I assume. It says gas prices. Regular gasoline is $5.25. I don't believe that. Am I right? Is it $5.25 for regular gas? And if you use a debit card, which is what I use, it's $5.39. 6 in 10 live paycheck to paycheck. That I agree. RJ says it's $4 where he's at. If everybody wants to move to Denver, Colorado, 6 out of 10 people live paycheck to paycheck. That means 4 of you bastards are doing better than that. Good for you. Clarence Thomas. I just don't care for him. I never have. Since the whole Anita Hill debacle, I think he's a bad person. His wife is worse than him. He's on the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, you're supposed to be beyond reproach. You cannot be taking luxury trips with billionaires and then weighing in on their legal battle. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has disclosed Thursday that he received 4 free trips last year. Remember, he's been on the thing for 30 years. Last year alone, he received 4 trips. Now, guys, this ain't a trip to Walmart. These are trips to Ibiza and Malta. Oh, the big-ass bug just flew by. Now the pigeon's pecking at him. He's pulled a knife on the pigeon. From billionaire Harlan Crow. The guy's a billionaire and his name's Harlan Crow. Crow, a real estate developer and Republican donor, paid for Thomas' travel to the American Enterprise Institute conference in Dallas in February. And then in May, he hosted a justice in the Adirondacks, home for over a week. In July as well. First of all, Clarence Thomas is richer than any of us. Why has he got people paying for his trips? I think it sets a bad precedent. Biden to New York City. Deal with it. And then they find a picture of him. Yelling, deal with it. He's probably going, hi, how are you? You know how they take pictures and change them? I'd like a pastrami on rye. But no, he said deal with it. And he's talking about the migrants. I had a semi-successful time the other night bringing like 26 sandwiches to migrants. I was there about 8 seconds. Sandwiches were gone, and I'm sitting there looking at 300 people, and I ain't got nothing. I think I lied. I go, I'll be back. Guys, I'm going to go home. You're still hungry, sir? You? Yeah, I got you. What do you like? You like pastrami? I'll see you in an hour, sir. What I got to do? I'm going to attempt it again on a different scale. Making the burgers at home, the sandwiches at home, I should have just went to McDonald's and bought 50 hamburgers, but look at this. Look at this nice old lady, just chilling. gripping tale. Tables are blowing over here. We've got a hurricane type situation. This lady got bit by a shark. Don't believe me, just watch. There she is. Queen shark victim's cloud of blood. It's an ocean of anguish. It's very poetic. It's an ocean of anguish. Beach-loving Tatiana Kolatukyak suffered a horrific shark bite on August 7th in the Rockaways. She remains hospitalized to this day. God bless her. The elderly woman who last month lost 20 pounds of flesh. Every day I wish I'd lose 20 pounds of my stomach. This lady lost 20 pounds of flesh. That's a chunk. 20 pounds of flesh. Come on, bro. That's horrific. God bless her. In New York's first shark attack since the 1950s, vividly remembers her attacker's green and dirty teeth. If you're going to be a shark going around biting people, brush your teeth, bro. Now she's dissing the shark. She notices green and dirty teeth. Then she goes on to say, he was a little bitch and I dare him to try it again. He can always drop a pin. I'm on 4th Avenue and 63rd Street. Tell him to come on. Now that's a tough lady. She told ABC's Good Morning America she saw all of his teeth. She described how green and dirty they were. Then she called the shark's mom a whore. You know what? I don't approve of that at all. I understand she's upset. But to talk about the shark's mom? Not cool. I don't condone it. You like Spectrum? Spectrum is our cable company here in New York City. Nearly 15 million Spectrum customers lost several Disney-owned channels. Ooh. Including ESPN and ABC. How the hell do you lose ABC? My cable bill's $306 a month. More than 25 Disney channels were cut from the cable TV provider as both companies blamed the other for the disruption. How am I going to watch My Little Pony? I don't get it. I'm a brony. A grown man who likes to dress up in My Little Pony outfits and watch My Little Pony with my teddy bear. And now I can't do that? That's crazy. Uvalde. Uvalde was the place in Texas where the police officers cowered in the corner as young babies were slaughtered for 60 minutes. And cops stood outside, scared to go in. The mayor of Uvalde, Texas, is accusing the local prosecutor of covering up the investigation into the 2022 mass shooting at Robb Elementary School. This was on TV everywhere yesterday, so it's going to be a pretty big story. I'm not going to get into it until I have more things. I'm not doing anything Russian or Ukrainian today. I just send my prayers. Sorry, I'm choppy today. I'm choppy. I get an email, a letter, and it says, Boogie Bob, your show is shit. Signed, Tammany. And really, just, I don't get it. Don't get it. Everybody on the channel loves Tammany except Ambrose. And I don't know why. Gangbanger kills 3 in a 100-mile-an-hour crash. An armed gangbanger slammed his car into an Uber while speeding through Los Angeles at up to 100 miles an hour, killing 2 sisters and a friend while free on a sweetheart probation deal for attempted murder. The guy's on He's out on probation for attempted murder. First of all, he shouldn't get probation for attempted murder. Gregory Black, 31, allegedly blew through several red lights Saturday before he T-boned a rideshare Honda. T-bone means this car is going this way and you hit it from the side. T-bone. Which was hit so hard it spun 5 times before coming to a stop. Videos show the well-known gang member speeding in his Mercedes-Benz at 100 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. People like that should go to prison for life. He killed 3 people. I'm not doing no politics today. I'm not doing politics, weather, horoscopes, any bad news. I'm only doing good news. Okay, I'm done. Good night, everybody. Ain't no good news in here. Ain't no sunshine when she is gone. Gilgo Slay victim's sister rips weight. The grieving sister of one of the 4 women linked to Gilgo Beach serial killer said her loved one's grisly slaying still haunts her dreams. Can you imagine? They're killed 12 years ago. You have to wait every day to see if this thing's going to take on a steam. I say get this guy, give him, we don't have death penalty here, so he's probably going to get life in prison. Anybody know who that is? Anybody know who that is? It's Daniel Radcliffe. It's Harry Potter. Look at him. Ah, he's all grown up. Harry Potter, aka Daniel Radcliffe, has moved on from the Harry Potter show. He still has the magic. He concludes his cult favorite comedy series, Miracle Workout. In this shot, he made his penis disappear. So that's... 2 minutes later, Kevin Spacey ran up and groped him, which I don't agree with either. I don't like it. Riri, it's short for Rihanna. Not even juggling 2 babies could make Rihanna take a pause on cause she cares about. We hear that the star, who reportedly gave birth to her 2nd child, reached out to the Always for the People Foundation, made a huge order to donate to disabled and homeless veterans. Good for you, girl. Good for you, girl. Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray, remember them? Someone post a song. I can't remember their damn song. I do have a story about Mark McGrath. That's the lead singer. I was on my way to New Orleans, and I went through. I put all my stuff in the basket. And my basket went through, and he's right beside me. He's right behind me. And I go to the metal detector, beep, 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 beep. I got a big ass watch on. Big old metal gold looking contraption. And the guy goes, oh, sir, you got to put it in your back. I go, well, my basket went through already, sir. I don't care. Put it through the thing. And I go to Mark McGrath, coincidentally, lead singer for Sugar Ray, is standing right behind me. And I say to him, first of all, he looks like he's been up for 15 days on heroin. And I say to him nicely, I go, hey man, can I put my watch in your thing? I don't care. Go ahead. No, hey, how are you? No, I was going to go, hey, I'm a big fan. I just can't remember any of your songs. I put my watch in his thing. I put my watch in his thing. That's my big connection to this guy. Something's gonna last. Anybody remember his damn song? He has a big one. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly. If anybody knows her phone number, I need to talk to her. It's pretty important, to be honest with you. The bugs are still out here. They're just whipping around. Not as bad as they were the other day. I see. To give you guys an idea of what it's like out here, I want to show you. I did a couple stories on the bugs. So there's one there, right? And there's one there. Right? There's the smash one that the pigeon ate the other day. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Right there. And then over here, they're literally everywhere. It's the invasion of the creepy crawler lantern bugs. Oh, by the way, that's a Boogie Bob exclusive. You only see on the Boogie Bob show. And if you call in today, everybody gets a lantern bug. You get a lantern bug. Send in your address, self-addressed stamped envelope with $40 for shipping and handling, and I will send you a New York City lantern bug. It's the least I can do. All right. Why do I feel like in the last 10 minutes I've said nothing of substance? No wonder Tammany thinks my show is shit. Donald Trump went to court yesterday and pleaded not guilty. And he never lies, so that means he didn't do it. Not guilty, Don avoids court. He just went in, he didn't even go in. He just, how does Mr. Trump plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. And then the bailiff went, Georgia trial will be televised. The trial will be televised. That's right here. Former President Donald Trump's Georgia election interference trial will be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The legal proceedings will be broadcast on YouTube stream operated by the court for television and radio. Still photography will be allowed in Fulton County Court. So you'll be able to watch the trial of the century. You remember the nun? Remember the nun who was sexting? There she is. Hey, you guys read about some nuns? You go there, lady. She'll have none of it. Sexed sister won't exit Shush Monastery or Shut Monastery. She ain't leaving. Nuns are married to Jesus. That's how it works. She is not going to disabled Texas nun caught sexting with a priest. I wonder what their idea of sexting is. Hey girl, are you up? I'm sorry, I'm not in the habit. Okay, that's a Boogie Bob. Hey, he's at the priest. Text her, are you up? And she said, I'm not in the habit. Jay Leno would have killed that joke. Disabled Texas nun caught sexting, which is texting about sex, with a priest is defying Vatican orders to leave the monastery. The Vatican said go. She said, I ain't going nowhere. Reverend Mother Superior Teresa Agnes Gerlach, 43, was kicked out of the monastery of the Most Holy Trinity in Arlington earlier this year after being accused of breaking her vow of chastity last year with Reverend Bernard Marie. There's the Reverend. No wonder he's smiling. I can't imagine it was that sexy or sexist. She allegedly confessed, but only to sexting. She's refusing to leave, publicly declaring that with her supportive nuns that they are now independent of Bishop Michael Olson for the head of the diocese of Fort Worth, who is investigated under the powers of the Vatican. I want to crack a bunch of jokes, but I just don't think it's appropriate. like this. When reached for comment, the nun said, "First of all, I'm a nun, and I would never do that. So you tell him to shut his bitch ass up." Which I don't think was appropriate for a nun to say. I just don't. Nyan, I don't think a nun should be talking like that. Steve Jobs twist in neighbor poison case. Is this the crazy guy who put the poison under the door? We'll find out. The video's all over the internet. A Florida chemistry, this is him. A Florida chemistry genius student charged with injecting poison underneath his neighbor's front door wrote a lengthy quote from late Apple founder Steve Jobs on the wall of his apartment, which is now up for rent. Zooming Lee, who faces a slew of felony charges for allegedly polluting Umar Abdullah's residence with a toxic opioid mix. So he made this opioid mix. He put it in a hypodermic needle and he would shoot it under the door. And you're just walking by and you're like watching TV and you're like, "What's that, honey?" "I don't know, but I feel like eating pizza. I got the munchies." This guy's shooting stuff under it. It's a mix of sick. It sickened the family. The family was forced to vacate the condo, and has since put the 2-bedroom home up on market. A picture from the listing shows an orange wall covered in choice words of wisdom. And these are the words of Steve Jobs. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Steve Jobs is considered probably one of the most hated people ever by any friend or person who knew him. He didn't care if you were with him since birth. He's going to stab you in the back and become this mogul. I would rather not do that. I would rather honestly die penniless on the street than step on every human being, including his daughter, Lisa, who he denied for 20 years. Lisa and her mom were on like welfare. Well, this guy's a billionaire. It's not the money, it's the integrity of it. He's not a very good person. Gal's stab of Grandpa, a dirty deed. Gal's stab of Grandpa. I'm watching for these damn bugs. He ain't getting down my shirt. I'm going to start wearing duct tape. I'm going to start wearing turtleneck sweaters. And a hoodie. A young Louisiana woman was arrested for allegedly stabbing her grandfather in the face after being asked during an argument over her hygiene habits to take a shower. What's her number? Grandpa said, "Honey, you stink. You smell like tuna fish. Could you take a shower?" And she stabbed me. Carrington Harris, 22, started wielding a kitchen knife in the wake of a tense exchange with her grandparents. According to the sheriff's office, Harris went ballistic after being asked to take a bath. She was trashing belongings in the house and switching off the power to the home. Sounds like a real winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's the kind of girlfriend you have and you're afraid to ask her to pass the salt at the dinner table. "How's your steak, Bob?" "It's fine." "Do you need anything with it?" "No, it's great. It's fantastic." "Oh, I could use a little salt." Ugh. Yeah, what's going to set her off? You tell her to take a bath, she starts stabbing you? When her grandparents tried to restrain her, Harris broke free, ran to grab a knife from the kitchen. She then allegedly stabbed her grandfather before fleeing and hiding in the woods. She was found hours later behind a nearby home. The granddad was taken to Willis County Hospital. It wasn't clear how much she stabbed him. She was charged with domestic abuse, battery, and dangerous weapon. It was not immediately known if she had any previous run-ins. She remains in custody. Oh boy. You like cruise ships? Everybody likes a cruise ship. I've never been on one. It's like a mall. It's like a damn mall. If you've been on a cruise ship, get in there and say you've been on a cruise ship. Dutchman, you ever been on a cruise ship? Loco, have you been on a cruise ship? I have a feeling Tammany Nelson has been on a cruise ship. But I have friends who, my sister's been on them a bunch of times. I have friends who die by it. They go every year. They love it. You go on a cruise ship, you can eat free food, check out some bad shorties, and live in a room that's all small with no windows. Unless you upgrade, but there's always someone. Ooh, look at this, carried 7 times. Oh, Ambrose been on the Governor's Island ferry. So I think I was in a rowboat in Central Park. Joe Hernandez never been on a cruise ship. Valerie never been on a cruise ship. Tammany does not want to go on a cruise ship. Oh, she does want to go, but never has. We're going to have a contest. If this wheel lands on the sun, if it lands on the sun, somebody's winning a trip, a cruise, today. That's a fact. I don't think the sun's on the wheel. But if it is on the wheel and it lands on sun, somebody here is winning a trip. My friends go on cruise ships all the time. They love it. Free food. What's up, player? How are you? And there's always a passenger missing somewhere. Now I know there's a lot of distractions here. I apologize. What are we talking about? A passenger has gone overboard on the Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas. It's the largest cruise ship in the world. Can you imagine how big that thing is? You go on YouTube and you type in cruise ship, some of these ships are huge. While it was off the coast of Cuba during a trip from Florida, the unidentified guest went off the 230,000 ton, 1,180 foot long vessel. That's longer than a football field. On the second day of its 7-day sailing from Port Canaveral, Florida, the Royal Caribbean, the crew immediately launched a search and rescue operation and is working closely with local authorities. The company told Insider that it had been working with the Coast Guard, but an agency spokesman told the outlet that the Cuban authorities are in charge of the effort. Okay, first of all, Joe Hernandez, you better stop it. You better stop it. I will. Thank you. God bless you, Joe. This is my, I don't get to wear it as much as I used to, but this is my Biggie Smalls cat shirt. It's Biggie. A friend of mine, she's dead now, sent me this, and it's, when she sent it, I couldn't wear it. I was 100 pounds heavier. You think my titties are big now? They were huge. Anyways, thank you. Thank you, Joe. God bless you. Stop it. Joe Hernandez. Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly. I really admire the kid. First of all, he was a rapper. He could rap. Eminem destroyed him. Destroyed his career. This is nice. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. See the guy right there in the white hat walking by? He walks around the fountain. You see him? Round and round, and where she goes, where she stops, nobody knows. Look at this. He's going to come around that fountain. He'll be coming around the fountain when he comes. He'll be coming around the fountain when he comes. Oh, he's leaving. That was his 5th trip. By the way. Judy came to visit me. Hi, Judy. Hi, Judy. It's Judy with the booty. Judy came by to say hello. Look at the size of this big ass thing. Judy dropped by to say howdy. Not my best show today, I apologize. it's just a big ass, it's like a pigeon sitting on the table, this bug. A racist gunman who killed 3 black people at the Dollar Tree. This was last week. At the Dollar General in Florida, called Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly valid targets who should be killed on sight. Hated black people. He had swastikas on his gun. He hated black people. He set out and targeted 3 black people and killed them. Please go away. Please, sorry, bro. Please get your big ass out of here, bro. Big ass bugs, man.
The ladybug looking one?
Yeah, bro.
I just killed 2 of them so far today.
Yeah, they all over the place, bro. I don't know. They're big and crazy looking. Security has killed 2 of them already today. I've only got 1 on my record so far. This one, Judy was walking at it. Like this. Staring at me dead in my eye, walking straight at me like, what? I didn't kill her. I just shoot her with the paper. Now there's a very good chance she's going to tackle me when I'm leaving. The guy killed 3 black people. He said the white rappers were listed in his vile manifesto left by Ryan Palmeter, 21, before he shot up the Dollar General. Ah! Guys, you're supposed to be my boys. You're supposed to tell me when there's a big ass bug on my shoulder. Got me over here crying like a little bitch. Eminem stared the abyss, being N-wordly. N-word and then D-L-Y, N-wordly. And the abyss stared back. He became an N-word. He had a dream of a race war. Walks the edge of N-word lover, an honorary N-word, fell off not because his new stuff sucked, but because the lyrics were gay, annoying, liberal S-word. Colson Baker, aka Machine Gun Kelly, is also an honorable N-word. He is to be killed on sight like Eminem because I didn't get a shot at him in Ohio when I had my chance. He's a horrible person. You get up and your whole life is about hating another race. Soccer mom is hospitalized. A Spanish Soccer Federation president, Luis Rubiales, I think that's the guy who put the kiss on the lady, his mother. Okay. So this guy, he's the Soccer Federation big honcho. The women's team wins the World Cup. He's giving them all a medal. Here you go, here you go. And the one, he grabs her by the face. Congratulations. Congratulations. You don't do that. He was supposed to be fired. All they did was suspend him. Now his mother is so upset with them for suspending her son. She went on a hunger strike as protest. Angela Bajar was taken to the Santa Ana Hospital in Moki Wednesday night after feeling tired and stressed. If I don't eat for 40 minutes, I am tired and stressed. Please go away, Boogie. Please go. Please. I don't want no beef. I wonder if these things are vengeful. When I shoo them away, they're like, all right. You want to shoo me away with your paper? No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 on that side. He was suspended for 90 days for kissing soccer player Jennifer Masomo after Spain's World Cup triumph. You ever seen a conductor? They do this? I always thought it's just some dude doing this. Da, 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 da. No, they're really, really high paid and they know you have to really follow them for the nuance of the song. The tempo. A renowned conductor and friend of King Charles is here. Sorry. Son of a bitch. Assaulting a... So you think Walter Cronkite would put up with this crap? Big ass bugs. I thought they flew really fast. I showed a slow motion video the other day of them flying really fast. They don't fly fast, they jump. This guy just jumped off my table.
Guys, I made this video the other day to show you these damn spotted lantern bugs that have invaded Manhattan. And I don't think some of you actually got the picture. So check this out. Oh, look at this thing, bro. That is a lantern fly. A spotted lantern fly. Bro, look how creepy he looks. He's looking at me crazy. It's the fastest bug I've ever seen. As soon as you go to...
He doesn't fly, he jumps.
They fly. He is like lightning. This is one of those beautiful skyscrapers you see in Midtown. Look at how many bugs are lined up if you were to try to walk inside. We're being invaded, bro. There are billions of these things. Everywhere you walk down the sidewalk, you're hearing crackling noises under your feet as you accidentally step on them. So gross.
So gross. And that video almost went viral. It's got 11 views. 11? I'm trying to save people's lives here, folks. That's what it looks like on the floor around me. There's bugs everywhere. Alright, I don't care about that. I want to keep it moving. This is the Miracle Woman. I'm the pan-abort baby. Florida woman DeSantis was telling the truth about me. I remember him saying that a baby was aborted like 6 times and died like 6 times in a pan. She's saying it's her. A Florida woman said she was the abortion survivor, name-checked by Sunshine State Governor Ron DeSantis during last week's Republican primary. Ron DeSantis says that Democrats want to give abortions all the way up to the time of birth. She's saying she's a baby that was aborted and that she was thrown in a pan, and then a nurse later saw her moving. She's I know a lady in Florida named Penny, DeSantis said, 44, said in response to a question about having signed a 6-week abortion ban into law. She survived multiple abortion attempts. She was left discarded in a pan. Fortunately, her grandmother saved her and brought her to a different hospital. There she is. First of all, she's 67 years old. I don't know if I believe this story. 67 years old, has since come forward to claim she lived despite being subjected to repeating attempts in 1955. You know how many, and I'm not belittling her story, but you know how many people said that they were Billie Jean? Michael Jackson? Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl that says that I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Oh, I'm Billie Jean's son. Here's my mom's birth certificate. Now, I'm white, and I'm 106 years old, but I'm him. If it's her, God bless her. If it's not, shame on her and shame on him. It is quite long. It's a party in the back. Did you ever hear? I used to have a mullet. I should put up some of my pictures of my mullets. Hair's all short on the sides and long. Look like a moron. I was Billy Ray Cyrus before Billy Ray Cyrus. Knoxville nurse Tammy Manis has earned the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest mullet of any female. Does anybody want to know how long her mullet is? Anybody want to take a guess? A mullet. Okay, Billy Ray Cyrus's mullet was like 8 inches long. Now I had 8 inches, but that was in college. All right, you gotta go, my friend. Go, come on. Go. There you go. Her mullet. This is insane. Her mullet is 5 feet 8 inches long. I've been blessed that my hair grows, and now it's in the world record's longest mullet, and I'm very happy, said Manus 58 as she chewed tobacco. Okay, I made that part up, but it was pretty funny. She began growing out her hair in the 80s after watching Till Tuesday's video for Voices Carry. I don't know that video. Does anybody know that video? But in 1989, a hairstylist convinced her to chop it off. She immediately regretted it, and she started growing it out on February 9th, 1990, which she considers her mullet's birthday. And she has a birthday for her mullet every year. Happy birthday to you. She sings happy birthday to her long-ass, scraggly hair. She has not cut it since February of 1990. Guys, her hair, it's not just long hair, she got a mullet. I'd like to Google her. If anybody wants to Google her, her name is Tammy Manus. Where's Rev? Is Rev in here today? Tammy, T-A-M-I, Manus, M-A-N-I-S. Fuck. Ah! I'm gonna pull her up. I'm pulling her up. I'm gonna beat him to it. Tammy, T-A-M-I, Manus, M-A-N-I-S. Oh, there she is. You guys want to see Tammy Manus's? Holy shit! There's her mullet. She really does have a damn mullet. There's the mullet. There she is. Hey, I saw your profile on Tinder. Oh, you did? Did you like it? No, I did not. I did not. I'm sorry. I can't. I just called to say I block you. Here's the guy who came in second, or is that her husband? And look at his mullet. He looks like the drummer for Queensryche. Longest competitive mullet male. He came in, he won for the male, so he's got a lot to live up to there. She destroyed him. She's got a mullet. Hong Kong is suffering from a super typhoon. This is new in my book. I don't even know what that is. A guy just walked by with a White Castle burger, a bag of White Castle. I feel like robbing him right now. Hong Kong braced for arrival of a super typhoon Friday as authorities raised the wind signal to 8, bringing the city to an effective standstill, with most businesses, schools, and stock exchange shut. It's packing winds of 125 miles an hour. Holy shit. It's expected to move towards the coast of Guangdong, in the neighborhood province of Chinese mainland. It could be among the 5 strongest typhoons to hit since 1949. A crash kills a chopper pilot. Helicopter pilot was killed when his chopper suddenly crashed into a canal in New Jersey. The single-engine Robeson 4 R-22 craft crashed into the water at 3:22 p.m. The pilot was alone on board and was killed. God bless him and his family. Cops are in a gender scam. Police officers in Australia, good day, mate, have been accused of falsely registering a non-binary in a scheme to claim a higher clothing allowance. If you're non-binary, you get extra allowance for clothing, for bras or whatever. At least 17 police officers from the Victoria Police Unit have been interviewed in an investigation into the alleged scheme. Victoria officers identifying as female are giving clothing allowance of $1,300. So you're a female, you're a cop, $1,300. That's to get your, pants and shirts or whatever. Okay. It's $1,300 higher than those identifying as male. So it's not $1,300, it's $1,300 more than if you're a male. So a lot of the guys are like, I'm female. I am female. Is your name Officer John? No, I go by Jody now. Because I get $1,300 more. It's a nice little scam. Victoria officers identifying as female are given a clothing allowance of $1,300 higher than those who identify as male. And those who identify as non-binary or gender neutral, they get the same stipend. So if you're a male and you say you're non-binary, I go by they or them, you also get the $1,300. It's a loophole. Investigators believe male officers are exploiting to pocket more money. Participation in the scheme seemed to spread like wildfire, reaching a point where one employee per day was newly identifying as non-binary. Hey Jim, how are you? Oh no, my name's Sheila now. It's Sheila. Hey Jim, I like your new purse. Thank you. Thank you very much. By June, more than 130 employees self-identified as such, up from just 32 the prior year. 81 employees identified as non-binary. A search warrant was carried out in July as part of the investigation. Apparently, if they found a dildo in your car, they let you go. That wasn't funny. I apologize. That wasn't funny. It was not based in hatred. It was based, that was a hack. If you were a comic, you would say that was a hack. Bob, that was not funny. It wasn't. Long Island jogger fatally run over. 22-year-old jogger was killed and her two younger brothers were injured when they were hit by a car while running on the side of a Long Island road Thursday. Iana, how horrible. Iana Kadonoff, a dancer and Stony Brook University alumni, was running on the southbound shoulder with her brothers when a Chrysler Voyager struck her and her siblings around 8:20 a.m. She was rushed to South Shore University where she was pronounced dead. Her younger brother Dennis, 20, and Joseph, 13, were taken to Good Samaritan with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver of the Chrysler minivan, Frances Floyd, and her two adult passengers were not injured in the crash. Brothers wrapped in a bloody road rage brawl with cops. Two brothers caught on camera in a road rage fight with a cop. I covered this yesterday. Off-duty cop who was shot in the leg have been charged. Proud Boys. Donald Trump was at the debates last time. President Trump, what would you do for these gangs, these Aryans, these groups, these militias? All I would say is, Proud Boys, stand by and be prepared, or whatever he said. It was horrible. Instead of saying don't do it, he said stand down and stand by. We'll keep you posted. They sold 200,000 shirts the next day. The Proud Boys became from nothing to one of the biggest hate groups in the country. Well, they're all going to prison now for the insurrection on January 6th. A federal judge Thursday sentenced former far-right Proud Boys leader Joseph Biggs to 17 years in prison. He'll be treated like a king, I promise you, by certain groups. And Zachary Real was also sentenced to 15 years in prison. Guys, whether you like it or don't like it or whatever, I voted for Biden. Okay? How dare anybody try to steal my vote? And that goes if you voted for Trump. How dare you try to steal his vote? I didn't get up and go stand in line that day. I had a headache. I went and stood and I went and did my civic duty and I voted. And I don't want some douchebag stealing my vote. And I understand if you're on the other side of that, you don't want the election to be stolen, but it wasn't. 62 courts in America said it was, including the Supreme Court. 62 courts. Not one even said, well, maybe. If you had 61 courts that said it wasn't, and one court said it definitely was, I go, hey. One of them said it. All 62 said no, was not. It's just a guy who lost, who said, I'm not losing no matter what, it was stolen and it was rigged and this, that, and the other. And people believe that. That's what happened. And I feel bad about it. I wish it never happened. I will say this. People like Hillary and Bill Maher and these guys said he was going to happen 4 years before it did, that he would refuse to leave. They were right. Proud Boys are in prison. Look at this. George Clooney. Now every Halloween I go out trick-or-treating, I let my beard grow a little bit, and people think I'm George Clooney. You can see the resemblance. That's George and his girl, his wife, Amal. I don't know what it's about. I'm just going around the dial. We're almost done. We're at the 1 hour mark. I've got to step up my game. I got to step up my game. Beanie Babies. How many of you collect Beanie Babies? I know some of you do. Oh my God, I got the Santa with the blue hat. That thing's worth $1,100. All Beanie Babies are worth about $1 right now. I remember I went to McDonald's and collected every Beanie Baby. I had them all. I put them on eBay like 8 years later. I got like $4 for all of them. I used to love Beanie Babies. I would buy the Beanie Babies just for friends. I'd see a cute Beanie Baby, they're $11, whatever. I got you Princess Di. It's worth $1,100. No. This one has the blue threads, and the blue thread's worth $80. This is the billionaire who came up with it. The Beanie Baby bubble. The bubble burst. People had their homes literally tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Beanie Babies. And one day they were worth nothing. I had a kid named Ron, gay male, worked for me at Motown, nice guy. One day he came into work crying. I said, what's wrong? He said, my lover threw me out because I'm HIV positive. It's my last day. I just want to kill myself. And I said, you're not going to kill yourself. You're going to come stay at my place till we get you sorted out. Bachelor, have my own studio. He said, are you kidding me? I said, no, I'm not. You're not going to kill yourself, I tell you that much. You will come. I have a couch. I'm in a studio. Please don't whack off next to my bed. But I have a studio. Stay there as long as you want, which was a mistake. Because he did. And, you know, I'm single. I got shorties coming by. It's hard to have a shorty come by while Ron's laying in the couch. Very nice guy. His boyfriend of 25 years threw him out of the house because he had HIV. So I let him stay at my place. I supported him in everything he did. I gave him work, I gave him money, I bought him his food. And at some point I asked him to leave. That was about 4 or 5 months later. But maybe the way I asked him wasn't very good. Because he started getting real comfortable sassing me and being mean and mean-spirited. And one day, I don't know, I had 3 or 4 friends over and we're watching TV. And I said something, when are you leaving? Something like that. I can't remember. It was regrettable. I'd done everything for this guy. I didn't even know him like that. I was just trying to help someone not kill himself. And he moved out. I had bought him a Beanie Baby. It was a zebra. It's a Beanie Baby zebra. It's a really cute little zebra. White with black stripes. And he used to carry it with him. He used to work at one of my bathrooms. He worked at Planet Hollywood. And he would have the Beanie Baby sitting in the tip bowl. He carried it with him everywhere. He named it. I can't remember what he named it. He moved out. About 2 months later, I got a package in the mail. Not from anyone. Didn't know who it was from, whatever. No, I got a package. Open it up. It's that Beanie Baby. And the note said, "Shan't." I don't know the word shan't. Shan't we never meet again? Shan't we never meet again? I cried for like 4 months. It broke my heart. Because I knew how much he loved that thing. This wasn't a nice clean baby. This was a dirty looking Beanie Baby. It took everywhere. He loved that thing. He sent it back. It's probably the worst I ever been hurt in my life. He just sent it back with a note saying, "Shan't we never meet again?" He won that one. I gave him room and board and love and kindness and compassion for 4 or 5 months. Work. Saved his life. And on the way out the door, a couple months later, I open the package and there's his Beanie Baby. What a really bitchy, mean thing to do. And it worked because it hurt. He was like, "I'll hurt Bob. I know how to hurt him. I'll send him back." I didn't care about that damn Beanie Baby. The fact that he sent it back in the mail with a note saying, "Shan't we never meet again?" Let's do it. Relax, get to it. Something, go through it. Relax, get through it. Who you gonna call? It's Capricorn. Frankie says relax. Capricorn, the situation you find yourself struggling with is not as difficult as it might first appear. In fact, you have been through similar situations many times in the past, so stay calm and think back of how you came through unscathed the last time around. I like it. Shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. I'm going to close my eyes this time. Every time I close my eyes. I'm going to say Leo. Scorpio. I don't want to fall in love because I miss you, baby. And it don't mean a thing. Scorpio, that's me. You can now see that you have wasted a great deal of time on matters that are of no real importance. You could never make up the lost time you can resolve. You could never make up the lost time, but you can resolve not to make the same mistakes twice. Next time, identify your priorities first. I don't know what I did with that Beanie Baby. I think it was very painful. I think I threw it in the garbage. What am I going to do? Walk around with this dirty, and this wasn't a Beanie Baby he kept in a case. He carried this shit with him everywhere. It's a 50-year-old gay male, gay black male in New York who just was very flamboyant, loved his life, and everywhere he went, he'd go, "Hey, look at Fido," whatever his name was. He would show everybody. He loved that thing. Go to work, he would work an 8-hour shift, and he would have it sitting in his tip bowl, hanging over the edge. People would come in, my friend Bob bought me this. Isn't he cute? And then he puts it in the damn envelope. Not even in a box, one of them padded envelopes. I open it up like, what's this? I pull it out and it would just punch me right in my stomach. Shan't we never meet again? Man, you gotta give him props. He really shit all over me on that one. It hurt for months. Like I was crying. I was like, oh my God. I was blaming myself. All I did was let him live with me for 4 months and pay for everything every single day. Saved his life. He was one of 50 people who have stayed at my place for 4 or 5 months. I'm a loner who don't like to be alone. If I can help somebody, I'm going to help them. Even if they hate my guts and send me a Beanie Baby. I think his name was Maurice. I can't remember. Shit. What was that, guys? Was that Aries? Rev, what did I just land on? I was sidetracked by the horrible pain and agony in my heart. I think it was Aries. It was blue. Yes, Aries. Wait, Carrie says it was Leo. Why are you lying, Carrie? You know what? I'm doing Leo just for you, just for your lies. But let's do Aries first. Aries, you know what needs to be done. You know how to do it. And you know it must be started this very minute. So what are you waiting for? You are sure to make a success of it no matter how much others might mock and complain. And Leo, which is also Kathy, so it's a double whammy. Today's Mars-Saturn link warns that you need to get serious about matters that until today you have thought of as frivolous at best and foolish at worst. The path you choose to take over the next 24 hours could make or break your financially. Shall we? I don't want anybody looking at my $11 watch and getting it misconstrued. Look at how beautiful that watch is. $11. Really nice watch. Come on, bro. They're holding hands with her, walking through the mall, and her hair's dragging all over the floor, got cigarette butts and ashes in it. She's got us wrap it around her neck like a scarf, something, I don't know what she does. By the way, I'm not picking on her, but look like a bunch of split ends. I know at some point you want to keep your length, but you got to do something about the ends, girlfriend. How much does she spend on shampoo? I don't know. Today is Zendaya's birthday. Shout out to Zendaya. I love you. God bless you. And happy birthday. Dr. Phil. Now, everything has two sides. Even a pancake has two sides. Dr. Phil. He's got about 5 or 6 of those little sayings that he does. If you watch a show like I do, you know them all. Now you yell at your wife and call her names? Yes, Dr. Phil, I do. What do you say? I call her a lazy slut and a whore, Dr. Phil. And then Dr. Phil will look right at you and goes, how's that working out for you? That's one. Another one he does, he'll look at them and he goes, what the hell is wrong with you? Now, I'm just a good old boy from Texas. But I would have whooped your ass. It's Dr. Phil McGraw. Pop culture self-help guru. Did you know how he got his start? Some of you do, some of you don't. He was on the Oprah show. As a doctor she heard of or whatever, and then he ended up, he was so well liked, he ended up launching his own show. Pop culture self-help guru who began his career on the Oprah Winfrey Show. He earned his doctorate degree from Frank Lawless who later appeared as a psychologist on the show. He played college football at the University of Tulsa and Miss Western State University. Now, I may just be a good old boy, but Dr. Phil, by the way, he's worth about $400 million. So. Anybody know his wife's name? Robin McGraw. I'm just going around the dial. Chanel West Coast, I'm not doing her. I don't care about her. Sorry, some people I don't care. How about this? Baby, any longer, something longer, something stronger, everybody gather around now. Come on, somebody get it. Somebody knows. Look at that. Tammany knows her music, and I did it so perfect. I was right in there. I just don't know any of the words. Something I'm gonna get it longer. Something stronger. It is Gloria Estefan. She is Miami Sound Machine. Brilliant singer. Great group. Her and her husband. I forget his damn name. She won 7 Grammy Awards, including Best Tropical Latin Album from Mi Tierra. Emilio, that's his name, Emilio Estefan. Something getting stronger. Conway Twitty. This guy sold tens of millions of records. Conway Twitty, country superstar, recorded 55 singles that reached #1. I don't think the Beatles had 55 number ones. I'm pretty sure of it. 55 number ones, bro. Whitney didn't do that. Country superstar who recorded 55 singles that reached #1, including I Can't Stop Loving You, I Made Up My Mind, Hello Darling, and he was inducted to the Country Music and Rockabilly Halls of Fame. Can you imagine? 55 #1. Sir, I'm sorry, there's no smoking on this airplane. I'm Conway Twitty. I have 55 #1. Shut up. 55 is pretty big. Who the hell does that? Dolly Parton don't have no 55 #1. Barry Gibb. I think Barry Gibb is 100 times more phenomenal, and I don't think he got no 55 #1s. In fact, I know he doesn't. But if you do have the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever, it's one of the greatest soundtracks of all time, and the Bee Gees do about 90% of the songs on it. How deep is your love, I want to know right now, 'cause we're living in a world of keeping us down. Somewhere he's rolling over in his grave. In fact, he's the one that's still alive, I think. He is. He's 77 years young. Formed the disco and psychedelic rock band The Bee Gees with his brother Robin and Maurice, both who have passed. The group they say, staying alive. You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman man, no time. And How Deep Is Your Love? But they had dozens. They didn't have no 55 #1 hits, but they had dozens of top 10 songs. Along with the Beatles member John Lennon and Paul McCartney, he shares a record for most consecutive Billboard Hot 100 #1s with 6. Conway Twitty, 55. He married Maureen Bates. A lot of you don't know, the Bee Gees composed the soundtrack for the hit 1977 soundtrack. I recommend it to anyone who don't have it. Starring John Travolta. The soundtrack was for Staying Alive. Saturday Night Fever. His younger brother, Andy Gibb. Oh, if I stayed here without you, darling, I would die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring, and I'd do anything to be your everything. He was brilliant. Severe drugs, heart problems. He ended up dying very, very early, but Andy Gibb, who was not part of the Bee Gees, he was their brother, their real brother. Andy Gibb was a huge star. He would have been bigger than all of them. He was bigger than all of them, but his career was so short-lived. He dated Mary Lou Henner. You know her from Taxi. What you don't know, some of you don't know, I'm segueing all over the place. Mary Lou Henner from Taxi has this thing. There's 7 billion people on the planet. There's only 2 or 3 people that have it. It's 100% recall. So some of you heard me talk about it. I'm fascinated. I was telling one of my lady friends the other night about it. She was like, I don't care. I was like, oh, you won't believe it. Let me tell you what, because she was on TV. I go, oh my God, do you know about Mary Lou Henner? She goes, what? I go, she has perfect recall. Yeah, I don't care. I go, no, let me tell you all about it. If you say to Mary Lou Henner, April 7th, 1972, she will say it was a Tuesday. It was 68 degrees out. I remember because it was my brother had a dentist appointment with Dr. Palmer at 6:42 p.m. I ate a hot dog. I had a meeting, and anybody can just make up stuff. Victoria Principal too. Ooh, this guy was doing it big. I like it. Go for him. He committed suicide because of Victoria Principal. Holy shit. I did not know that. Okay. So, anybody can say, if you said, Boogie Bob, what'd you do December 6th, 1948? I said, oh, I remember that well because I broke my leg. Can't do that. When they give these tests, she's in there for 8 hours with some of the biggest scientific minds on the planet because they can't believe that he would know how to do this, that she would know how to. Boogie Bob, did you ever get a video at Lenny's Pizza? I did not. I really wish I would have. That's the spot where he ate his pizza. It just, probably about 4 months ago, finally served its last slice. And Sal, the singer, was there. There's a whole bunch of people went over there because it was a staple in that neighborhood for years. I never saw it. I do remember watching Saturday Night Fever and watching John Travolta flip his pizza, and you go, what the hell's he doing? You know, in where I'm from, California, you didn't have no big-ass slices. There was a place in Berkeley you could drive about 50 miles and go get a big-ass slice. Seriously, like, a slice about this big would be a big-ass slice out there. You're like, holy shit! And now that's just what New York does. I didn't know that. Anyway, check out Mary Lou Henner. You can go on YouTube. You can type it in. There's Joe. Did Joe just act like... Look at Joe. There's Joe. He's walking by. I miss it, man. There's a hole in my heart. I did see him the other day. I said hi to him. He smiled really big at me. I don't know if he recognized me or not. I go, hi, Joe. He goes, and I said, I don't know if Joe recognized me. Joe's a good man, a great man. I like Joe. All right. Check out Mary Lou Henner. Forget the Bee Gees. Happy birthday, Barry Gibb. But the Mary Lou Henner thing is better. Lily Tomlin. What a funny, talented woman. Lily Tomlin, award-winning comedian. I think she should just be called a comedian. Let's get rid of this sexist comedian. She's an actress. An actor. She's a flight attendant, not a stewardess. Waitress, no, it's a server. Whenever my dad was with the mail, my dad was a mailman. He didn't deliver mail, he worked in the post office. So even back then, 50 years ago, he's calling them mail carriers, not mailmen. So today I see my post person, I always say, hi, mail person, and they always laugh because it's almost always a female. Then I get her number, and we have sexual relations on top of my mail, my fan mail. Today I got fan mail from Tammany who said my show is shit. Award-winning comedian who became known for her role as the phone operator. Oh my God, I was just getting ready to say it. Tammany remembers. The 1 ringy-dingy, 2 ringy-dingy, and then it would be the big joke. Everybody would laugh their asses off, and that was her thing. She was also in I Heart Huckabees and Grace and Frankie, but before that she did stand-up comedian and nightclubs. She won multiple awards, including a 1972 Grammy for Best Comedy Album. That's pretty big. That stuff, Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, Steve Martin, they would win a Grammy for... she was also in 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton and Jane Fonda. Shout out to her. She's 84 years young today. God bless her. I'm just going around the dial. Now let's do the deaths and let's get up out of here. Again, I say every day, we don't celebrate their death, we celebrate their life. And unless it's Hitler. Greg Leaks. If you don't know, now you know. Greg Leaks was the husband of Nene Leaks. Nene Leaks, the breakout star on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I like Greg a lot. How about this? Jerry Reed. Remember Jerry Reed? Jerry Reed was a country star, but he was also in lots of movies. But he's a country singer. He had huge hits like Yes, Mr. Peters. I never heard of that shit in my life. He also appeared in more than a dozen films. Trivia, he wrote Eastbound and Down, Loaded Up and Moving. We gonna keep this thing until you're done. I used to have a CB radio. Some of you youngsters out there don't know what a CB radio is. It's called Citizens Band CB radio. If you've ever seen an old trucker movie, they were huge in the 70s. Smokey 19, Smokey 19, I got a turnpike on my tail. I was the Canadian Goose. That was my name, Canadian Goose. And you would get on and you go, hey, Smokey 19, Smokey 1902. And you would do that, and some dick in the next town over would go, hey, Canadian Goose, you sound like a cute young man. Why don't you come over and have a pretzel with me? My wife is gone, and you can come sit in the backyard on my lap and talk about it. Oh, wow, that's a wonderful invite. This is the Canadian Goose, Big Red Bear. I'll be over there, and I'll wear my gym shorts. Ray Randall was my guy. We would talk on the on the thing. He was Blue Knight. I can't remember. He was also the guitarist for Elvis Presley's. Elvis Presley, a guitarist for Elvis Presley. Pretty cool. I'm just going around the Ernie Shavers. Wow, look at Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers was one of the hardest hitting boxers of all time. He fought Joe Frazier, George Foreman, of course Ali. And when Ali beat George Foreman in Zaire, in the Rumble in the Jungle, Ali did it by the rope-a-dope. He would sit there and do this, and on the rope, leaning back on the rope, and George Foreman would punch him non-stop. And they're like, oh my God, he's gonna get killed, he's gonna get killed. Big George Foreman's punching him and punching him. Well, what would happen was, George Foreman, what nobody else knew, was Ali was taking the worst beating of his life because George Foreman was using him as a punching bag. But by round 8, George Foreman had no more gas in the tank because he used it all punching Ali in his ribs as Ali did this. George Foreman, it's called the rope-a-dope. Well, after that, Ali put it in his repertoire. And when he fought Ernie Shavers, George Foreman went against the rope like this. Ernie Shavers said, nope. He stood across the ring like, I'm not doing it. They start boxing, and then Ali would do this. And great boxer. I did not know he passed. He passed September 1st last year. Ranked number 10 on the Ring's ranking 100 greatest punchers of all time. Also, the United States amateur heavyweight champion throughout his long career. He won 68 fights by knockout. He had 1 draw and 14 losses. Joe Buckner called him the hardest puncher he ever faced. Many of them did. I'm just going through the dial here. I'm just going through the dial here. I got nothing. You know who I blame? Ambrose. I blame Ambrose. Guys, that's all she wrote. We gave you an hour and a half today. It's an hour and a half Boogie Bob extravaganza. I hope you had fun. As always, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to hit the like button. If you can't hit the like button after an hour and a half of news, then you're a piece of crap. Tammany's right. Bone Man's in here. Bone Man, what's going on, Playboy? Rev's here. I'm doing shout outs while you guys hit the like button. Liberal Lily's in the house. Hi, I love your name, Liberal Lily. Liberal Lily's in the house. Who else we got in here? Nightbot, you're a snitch. Get out of here. RJ's in the house. Valerie, I love you. Boop, boop. I do the Carol Burnett to Valerie. Valerie's my boo. Bone Man's in the house. Hi, Bone Man. Bafo's in the house. Ambrose, what's going on? I forgot Richard Steven Zombia, the computer scientist. If Joe was here, he would have definitely did that. Mighty Bull's in the house. What's poppin', Mighty Bull? How are you? You got 20 seconds left. I'm giving shout outs, so say something and I'll shout you out. Joe Hernandez, I love you, I already know. Valerie, God bless you. Loco is in the house. What's poppin', Loco? RJ, guys, hit up the Discord. You can go in the Discord. I'm going to be having pictures with my shirt off. Today, everybody's getting a nipple shot. You're all getting nipple. That's gross. You're all getting nipple shots today, but only today. So you got to go in there and take the screenshots. I don't care. Treaton, God bless you. Thank you so much. Angel, hi Angel. How are you? Everybody say hi to Angel. Everybody say hi to Angel. If you don't, that means you're a bad person. I think I've lollygagged long enough. I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm cooking with Boogie Bob. Thank you for tuning in. Rev, as always, thank you for your magic. I'd like to thank all the bugs around my table. I'm getting ready to get jumped by a bunch of bugs out here. David Young, I love you, Playboy. God bless you. Everybody who tuned in today. Rick! How come no one told me Rick was in the house? That pisses me off. Someone should have told me. Rev, you should have said Rick's in the house. How dare you? I will talk to you guys. I got 2 really cool lives going on this week. I'm going to do a live tomorrow. We'll do the Times Square, all that stuff, but we're going to do Union Square. It's going to be fun, I promise you. And then don't forget, on Sunday, what we got here? Saren, what's going on? Saren's in the house. How are you? Sunday, I got a huge party at the Hard Rock Hotel. It's celebrity packed party. I'm taking you with me. Keep that on the DL. I will talk to you again. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And if ain't nobody told you today you're special, I want to be the first to tell you you are special. Spend your life spreading love, kindness, acceptance, goodness, compassion, and we will talk again soon. God bless you. Rick's in the house. No one told me Rick was here. Sir, can I speak to your manager, please? No one told me Rick was here today. That's Bush League. I'm gonna pull my Karen. God bless you. No one told me Rick was here. This is crazy. I can go turn this thing off. Liberal Lily's here. Rick's here. Treat.